Hello, y'all. Welcome to Jackalope Tales, Urban Legends and Music, where we uncover, is it real or is it a jackalope tale? I'm your host, Charles Mooney.
And I'm Lisa Umbarger. And also with us today, our production crew, Jenny.
Hello.
Jeannie.
Hiya.
Natalie.
Hello.
And on the board, a guy who won a Grammy for Best Unspoken Word Album, Sam.
I was completely silent.
It was great.
I do remember hearing about a band that released a track on Spotify, and it was total silence, and they told all their listeners to play it while they were asleep. And
Wolfpack?
I don't know, but it got them kicked off of Spotify.
Oh, man.
Because they basically were getting money off of silence.
I love that.
Isn't that clever?
More people should get paid for silence.
That's punk. Silent punk. Who would have thought?
We're not going to talk about any punks today.
No.
It was Wolfpack. They made 20 grand doing that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, damn.
I love them.
That's a lot of plays.
Put It in Your Pocket. That song,
Yeah.
that's a sweet song. Have you heard that song?
No, I haven't.
It's good.
I'll listen to the silent one first.
Okay, yeah, warm up with that one. And then
Okay,
listen.
yeah, get my ears ready
Did you say
for it.
put it in your pocket?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Put it in your pocket, put it in your pocket.
Oh, no, I don't know that one.
Yeah, it's,
I know the one that the Girl Scouts, or I don't know if it was the Girl Scouts, the church girls used to sing. That's different.
yeah. But we're not going to talk about that today. It'll be another show. Today we're going to talk about the infamous Best New Artist Grammy curse.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to win Best New Artist.
No. And we're also going to talk about the artists who hexed them.
Yes.
So we picked 5 years of voodoo.
Yep.
And we're going to back it up and break it down. And
We're going a whole new format.
we are. We're going to break
Yeah.
it down like no one has been brave enough to do
Yeah.
until now.
You always hear about the winners, but who were they up against?
Right. And who cursed them?
Yeah.
Because if there's a curse, someone had to curse them.
Oh, you know there's got to be a curse.
So we're going to call out the artists. We're going to analyze the whole thing. We've done a lot of research, and we're going to call out the artists who did the cursing. And this time it was not me.
And we know who did it.
We do know who did it. But on a weird, kind of dark note, I went to a friend's memorial. Mm-hmm. It was a very beautiful memorial a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And at the end of her service, she had her family play Another One Bites the Dust. And
That is actually really cool.
it was hilariously beautiful, and it totally is this person. It totally sums up this person's sense of humor, and everyone laughed.
Yeah.
So it made me think, like, what would I play
That's an interesting
at my
thought.
funeral memorial service?
Yeah, you just don't want to bring it all down and do some little sappy appreciation song.
Yeah.
You want to go out with a
Yeah.
bang. I don't know. What have you thought of?
Well, I mean, it came to me really quickly.
Yeah?
So I know it has to be it because it's,
Yeah.
the first thing that pops in your head is usually the thing.
Yeah.
But the Mary Tyler Moore theme song done by Husker Du,
Oh, my
I would do that. I would have that
God.
song.
Oh, that was, oh my God.
Wouldn't that be fun?
What a cover song that was.
It was a great
too.
cover song, and the Mary Tyler
Who
Moore.
can turn the world on with her smile.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, my God. I know. Yeah, because you mentioned that to me, and it was like, oh, what would I do? I mean, I love Frank and Thinking My Way, but no, I'd probably do Staying Alive. It was like, oh, I got to go the Bee Gees route.
Oh, hell yeah.
Staying alive. Oh, that's...
Get everyone up dancing.
Oh, I know. The funeral needs to be a celebration. And what
Yep.
better way than disco?
Yeah. Jenny, what song would you have? She's not going to pick a song.
Not that you're put on the
For
spot.
my funeral?
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
It's a memorial service, so it's a celebration of life. Last song that you would have played.
I don't really like the song, but I feel like it would be appropriate for my funeral. She Bangs by Ricky Martin.
Genius.
Good one.
Genius. Okay, Jeannie, we
I'm
got
stealing that
know.
one.
I know.
Yeah, I'll use that one.
Jeannie, what would you do?
Okay, there's a song by a band called Machine, There But For the Grace of God Go I, and you could either do the original or the Gories version.
Now, see, I thought Jeannie would have chosen Freebird.
I think so too.
Oh my
Yeah, she totally would have.
no. I need a shower.
Okay, Natalie, you're up next. What would you do?
No idea.
Come on, pick one because you do folk. It's a folk song.
Nothing comes to mind.
Because we're going to pick it.
Go for it.
It should be a Dixie Chick song.
Whiskey
Let's
in the
see.
jar. I don't know.
Blowing in the wind.
Blowing in the wind. Oh my God, blowing in the wind would be a good one.
I know, because I'm thinking folky.
How about having a commercial song like "I'm a Pepper" so everyone knows you're from Texas?
Whatever you want.
Okay, I'm a Pepper.
Okay,
We'll let everyone know, and you're heavily insured, so we have life insurance on you. Just so you know,
don't be nervous.
don't be nervous at all. So let's get into the show. Charles and I have a theory, and we kind of mentioned it in the intro, that these artists who have won the Best New Grammy and have had horrible mishaps happen.
We went through a list.
It's a very long list. And I have a theory that if you really didn't deserve it, there's another artist. Because, you know, all those Hollywood musician people, they're all attached to the occult somehow.
Right.
They know how to do curses. I mean,
Oh.
Charles, you learned, right? It comes in your handbook as soon as you get signed to a label.
Oh, yeah.
You get this little book about the occult and you learn how to do curses. Some
Oh.
people are better than others.
What
like-
kind of curse you want to do?
Right.
I mean,
Right. You know, there's some anomalies. Actually, not even an anomaly. Sam Smith deserved it. Adele
yeah.
deserved it.
Yeah.
So nothing happened to them. We're going to start with 5 today.
And we're going to, for the most part, go in the order of the year that
Right.
they
Right.
won in.
We're going to end with the big granddaddy of the curses.
Of the curses. Oh,
Right, because
yeah.
someone in that group hated this artist. So we'll end with that one.
Yeah, yeah.
But let's start in 1977, Debbie Boone.
Oh, yeah. Debbie Boone. Oh,
You Light Up My Life,
And I don't know of anything else that she sang.
because that was pretty much it.
I know. One song and you win the Best New Artist. Now, if we talk about who she went up against, Stephen Bishop. And you had to remind me of who Stephen Bishop is.
Right.
But that,
On and on.
yep, that
Yeah.
yacht rock song.
Which I like.
And then you had Sean Cassidy,
Right.
one of the Hardy Boys.
Do run,
Run. I
do
know.
run, run.
It's like,
Yeah.
oh my God. And then this one, how can you say? Foreigner.
I love them. I will not lie.
And then you got that little fourth Gibb
An
guy,
Australian. I loved him.
Andy Gibb.
Baby brother to the
Yep.
Bee Gees.
Mhm.
Andy Gibb. Shadow Dancing.
Oh,
He
yeah.
had several hits
Yeah.
off that album. Those songs were good because it sounded like the Bee Gees, and I love the Bee Gees.
Mm-hmm.
And it felt like Bee Gees Jr.,
Ah.
and he kind of was.
And I just remember my sister having all the teen magazines, and he loved showing his hairy chest.
Totally. Well, all the Bee
And I
Gees
didn't know
did.
how to feel about it.
All the Bee Gees, even the ugly ones.
Well, that's
Maurice is
true.
out there going, you know, this face isn't doing it like my brother, but look at this hair.
Oh, yeah, because you're right. Barry always had that shirt open.
Yep. And they're probably always getting their gold chains caught in that hair, I'm thinking. It's probably not good.
So now we need to talk about
Who do we think did the cursing?
who Debbie Boone of those.
So I don't think it was Foreigner. They had a lot of success afterwards
Yeah.
on their own. And that was 1977. They had their best years to come.
And plus, weren't there like 18 members? And
Yeah.
so to have everyone
Yeah.
work a curse out, that's
Yeah,
a
they're
pain
not
in
gonna
the
do
butt.
it.
Now, I remember even seeing Debbie Boone dated like Sean Cassidy and Andy Gibb.
Oh, she met him probably at the show.
May have. May have. And then Stephen Bishop, I mean,
He's a contender on this because remember, he was in Animal House.
yeah, you told me. And it was like, are you kidding? That was him? It was the guy on the stairwell.
Playing the guitar. John Belushi smashed his
Smashing.
guitar.
Oh, that was a great moment in that movie. Because he was singing about, I gave my love a cherry
Right.
that had
Yes.
no stone. Yeah.
Yep.
Sounds like you might be going with Stephen Bishop.
Maybe. He's a contender.
Okay.
Then there's Andy Gibb.
Yeah.
Shadow
oh.
dancing seems to when you listen to the words of the song, it could be very occultish. Probably
True.
messes with the dark arts.
And I mean, he may have ended up doing a double cursing because he did pass away.
Well, and he had some really bad luck,
Yeah.
too. He married Victoria Principal and had a really horrible drug problem. Not that Victoria Principal is one of his curses.
Right.
Kind of ended up being like his demise, though, because she left him. Yeah,
Right.
so he became unraveled.
Oh, yeah.
Shadow dancing also featured in South Park.
Oh,
oh,
yeah, see? There's some darkness to Mr. Gibb.
You might be right.
There's some darkness there. I mean, you cannot hide all the darkness in gold lamé. It is a disguise.
That heavenly hairy chest
Right.
doesn't mean he's always heavenly.
But the person I'm going to go with is Sean Cassidy.
I was too.
And here's the reason. Many people do not know about the Teen Beat Mafia.
Oh.
They know a bunch of stuff. And they put the hexes on and they do the thing with the two fingers. And
Right.
it's the Teen Beat Mafia. And I think the Teen Beat Mafia and Sean Cassidy got Debbie Boone because she was scared. After she won this award,
Yeah.
she actually married a priest. Did you know that?
Oh, no, I didn't.
She married an Episcopalian priest.
Whoa.
And she's still married to him, by the way.
Well, I was just figuring Sean Cassidy, too, because, I mean, anyone who gets a Grammy nomination for Da Do Ron Ron,
Right.
oh, my God. There's
Yep.
been a lot of curses going on.
Yep.
So I agree with you, Sean Cassidy.
It's Sean Cassidy. And I think the person who should have won that year is Andy Gibb.
That makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah, because
So-
with all that momentum he had.
All right.
Now we're skipping to 1997.
Ooh, Leanne Rimes.
Leanne Rimes.
Leanne Rimes. A young
Oh, yeah.
Leanne Rimes.
Yep. What, 14 years old when she was winning the Best New Artist?
Before she was a husband stealer.
Yes, right?
And so she was up against, she beat Jewel,
Yes.
No Doubt, Tony Rich Project,
Yes.
and Garbage.
Yeah. See?
Okay. Let's start with Jewel.
Right.
She's
God.
kind of witchy.
She is.
I'm
That-
guessing she walks barefoot and does some stuff in the woods.
And she's Canadian.
Ooh.
Or was she Alaskan?
No, she might. Well, she's in Alaska now.
Yeah.
She is an Alaskan.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, they have
So she's
mostly
very cold.
darkness, where she's
Yeah.
very cold,
Cold
and they
and
have
dark.
many months of darkness.
Yeah.
So,
If that doesn't invite conjuring, I don't know what does.
and she has small hands.
I was about to say, I have an off-topic Jewel-related story, which is
Ooh.
I have a video of Lisa singing. I guess it's the Jewel song is Hands. Yeah. I think the song is called Hands
Yeah.
by Jewel, but she's got the tiny hands that are so popular on right now.
Jenny got me tiny hands for Christmas.
I did.
Freaking best Christmas present ever.
Yeah.
It sounds like it.
Yeah.
And going up and touching people that get creeped out by it was awesome.
Oh my God. You've got a video of her singing?
I've
Yeah.
got a video of her lip singing to the song Hands by Jewel, but holding her tiny hands.
Yeah,
we got to
like-
get that on our
I was
YouTube
about to say, I
channel.
feel like this is bonus content for
You
It will
YouTube.
have to
YouTube
be
channel.
places.
I'll get it over to Tate.
I don't know the
Okay.
words to the song, so I didn't lip it.
You
off.
had it till the very end.
Oh, you
had,
liar. You knew all the
You had,
lyrics.
she had the chorus, but when it came to the verses, she was out.
I don't know.
And what's sad is I know the entire song because this era was my era of music
It is
for
sad.
high school.
Well, and when my son was a baby, oh, he was a little fucker about sleeping. But I would sometimes, when it'd be my turn, I'd be up in the middle of the night in the den watching MTV back when they played videos. And that damn Jewel video was on all the time. The Who Will Save Your Soul. And it
You
was.
sounded just like her.
Thank you. I tried not to, but it was just one of those things that was just on constantly.
I wonder if that song is a message to Leanne Rimes.
Who
will save your soul?
There you go.
It's a good question.
That is a good one. Now, Garbage, I mean,
Shirley Manson is a goddess,
yeah.
but she's also a redhead. And you know what they say about redheaded people.
Oh, you're tapping into something.
So
Ooh,
keep that on the back
we
burner.
got two possibilities here.
Yep.
Now, I've heard your stories about Gwen, Do you think she's smart enough to know what conjuring means?
No.
Okay. Okay.
She doesn't know what homesick means.
Okay.
So, love Gwen, but I will not kick a puppy.
Okay.
Don't kick the puppy. She's just pat her on the head.
Yep. So no doubt is out.
No doubt is out.
Okay. And then Tony Rich Project. What the hell?
Who knows who that fucker is and how
Yeah.
he slipped into this list?
I know.
Because 1997 had some heavy hitters.
Right.
And first of all, let's go back to No Doubt. 1997, they're not new artists in 97. What a bunch of shit.
It's just when they first really got recognized.
Yeah, so they shouldn't be on the list, so take them out of here.
Yeah.
Tony Rich Project, who the fuck knows who they are?
Right.
Jewel, she had some hits, and actually she had some consistent records.
Yeah.
So I think it's between Jewel and Garbage.
And you see, the one thing that made me think Jewel, because I get your redhead argument, but Jewel is a professional yodeler, and you don't fuck with yodelers.
Oh, you can conjure spirits by yodeling, can't you?
Exactly. It's almost like a chant.
Well, see,
So,
I thought it was Garbage because Shirley Manson is Scottish. And she's probably
see,
tapping
yeah.
into some Pictish spells
yes.
from her heritage.
Oh, God.
Like runs through the hills naked in the heather and like dances with fairies and
heather.
shit.
Yeah.
So she probably knows some shit because they
God.
know stuff we don't know. Their land is way older than
You're kind of swaying me on that one.
and she's redheaded. I think it's Shirley Manson doing some shit.
It could be. But I mean, Jewel, dark, cold, and yodels. Damn.
So this
don't know.
one, we don't know.
Yeah.
It's a standoff. It could be either one.
It is a toss up for you.
Or maybe it was they gathered together and did it themselves. It's a,
a
Do you
double cursing.
maybe it's a coven of witches, and maybe they got someone else. Like maybe they tricked Gwen into joining their little.
Yeah.
Are you suffering from high-quality podcasts? You see, quality podcasts stimulate parts of your brain, leading to an irksome condition called thinking. But suffer no more, my friend. Introducing Discount Storytime's blend of fictional nonsense and rancid gibberish to provide soothing relief. Try Discount Storytime today. Available on most podcast catchers and at discountstorytime.com.
Consult your healthcare provider before listening to Discount Storytime. Not intended to treat unicyclitis, pickleball liver, or jittering expectations.
They said it was just a sleepover.
Yeah. They had chicken nuggets, and Gwen's like, I'm in. Let's do this. I like chicken nuggets. And instead, they made her hold hands and burn red candles and curse Leanne Rhymes.
Yes.
Okay, that's what happened. So it was Jewel, Gwen Stefani, and Shirley Manson and their coven of witches.
It was a group thing.
Right.
Yep. Group effort.
And Tony Rich, I don't know what happened to that guy. He shouldn't have.
He just got left out.
Right. He
Yeah.
went back to his sausage party because he shouldn't have even been on the list.
And then we're into the 2000s now.
2008.
2008, Amy Winehouse.
Man, this one. Why did these people got to fuck with Amy Winehouse? Why? I mean, she didn't deserve them to fuck with her.
And see, she could have had a strong, illustrious career, but died.
Because she was nominated for this cursed award.
Right? And she was up against...
Feist.
Yep.
And Feist is a Canadian treasure.
Mm-hmm.
She's not it.
Okay.
She collaborated with Peaches. She has some great songs. She was on Sesame Street with her 1, 2, 3, 4 counting song. Feist is off the list.
Okay.
She probably should have won.
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, Feist is off the list.
Yeah.
Paramore.
Oh. That's... I mean,
Paramore. There's a lot of drama.
You don't even
in it.
have to give any adjectives. All you just say is the name. Paramore.
So there's a lot of stuff around this band. A lot of members in and out, mostly out.
Because what is it? Just the singer's consistent? The only one that's been around?
And one other member, but there were brothers that were originally in the band and left. There's talk about her being controlled by her parents, who allegedly might be Satanists. I don't know.
Could it have been the parents doing the
I know. I'm
curse?
wondering if, like, through their daughter, they did some stuff.
Oh.
And then there's Ladisi.
Yeah.
And I don't think it was her.
Well, the one thing I thought of is because I looked it up and I found that her name means to bring forth.
Ooh.
Uh-huh.
Okay, this changes things a little bit.
It could. But now we have one more person in that group that Amy Winehouse beat.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah. And
She eats souls like Tic Tacs.
I mean, I think she's fucking sold her own soul.
And if you look at the opposite of Amy Winehouse,
Oh,
she's kind of like the opposite, right?
Oh, polar opposite.
This one's interesting.
I mean, I'd either say Taylor Swift or Ladisi.
Ladisi redeemed herself. 2021, she went back and won a Grammy for Best R&B Performance.
And see, that's a safe award.
It's a not cursed award.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think it's her.
It's one of those things where you almost have to go with the obvious.
Everyone knows it's Taylor Swift. I
Yeah.
mean, we don't even have to argue this one.
Once she gets bad with that football player, she's going to curse the Chiefs. And
Right.
Not me. I don't know that. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't want to anger anyone. I'm not angering the gods of Taylor Swift. Absolutely not.
We're not saying it's bad. We're
no.
just saying she's got special powers.
I don't disagree with you, and I don't want her wrath. I'm stating publicly that the production team does not always agree with the talent.
Okay.
Keep your curses to yourself.
I know she has major.
She's like Voldemort and you
superpowers.
can't say her name.
Yeah,
She who cannot be named.
she
So
could
that's-
put out a silent track and have it
Man.
go.
But I will
50
say,
billion plays.
right. No, I will say this. That freaking she's talented
Yeah,
as a marketer, and
she writes her own stuff.
She can write songs, and she absolutely can curse someone.
Oh, yeah.
Look at Kanye.
Oh,
Kanye fucked with her at all the VMAs,
yeah.
and look at him now.
Oh,
Right?
that really backs up the opinion.
And guess what? Kanye probably deserved it.
Well, of course,
Some of it. So,
and then he
so-
tried to go spiritual to cleanse himself, and it's
Right.
like, ooh,
yeah, but then he started wearing those weird big boots.
yeah,
And I think Taylor made him wear the big boots. She like put that in his head.
yeah.
And kind of like a hypnotherapist where he's like, cluck like a chicken whenever you hear a bell. And she's like, whenever you hear my song, wear those funny, weird cartoon boots.
Just like she has a little Kanye doll at her house, and then she puts little boots on it.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, Kanye wants to wear boots.
It's triggered whenever you hear a Taylor Swift song, and you hear them all the time because they're played everywhere.
Yep.
It's Taylor.
Yep. I'm with you on that one. So, and then 2014, Macklemore and Ryan Lewis. The only thing I knew, the song that really made him big was what, that thrift store?
Yep.
Or
Yeah.
that was it, wasn't
Poppin'
it?
tags, babe.
God.
Poppin' tags.
Oh,
Okay, so here's my take on Macklemore.
yeah.
I loved his story when this was all going down because he was an independent artist. He was being wined and dined by all the big guys, and he gave everybody the finger. And I love that about him, where he was trying to do it on his own, and he did.
You
So this-
appreciate the attitude.
right?
Yeah.
Where this kid coming up from Seattle, it's not even L.A. or New York, and he beats the system. So I love his story, and I just thought he was a good dude.
Right.
It turns out he's douchey, but he did beat the
Yeah.
system, and we'll
Yeah.
talk more about that. But who was he up
yeah.
against?
He went up against James Blake.
Yes, which James Blake is off the table. He worked with Wu-Tang's RZA, and so he's off. If anyone works with Wu-Tang, they're good.
Okay.
They get a pass. James Blake is good.
Okay, fair enough. And then you have Kendrick Lamar.
Yep, and he's a poet of the people, so I don't think he did it.
See, but he talks.
No way, it's Kendrick.
There's no way.
But I was thinking he talks to ghosts.
Well, he does.
Yeah,
But
I
they're
mean,
good ghosts like Casper.
I think he cures curses.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think so too with his
Okay.
words, man.
Okay.
He's a poet. He
he
heals.
I mean, yeah, true. And then Casey Musgraves.
She was a Hannah Montana impersonator at parties. I don't know how I feel about that. I think, I mean, she had to work hard to get where she is, too.
So the only other one is Ed Sheeran.
And what does Ed Sheeran have?
Red hair.
He's got red hair. I'm just telling you, you don't go against the red hairs.
Yeah.
I mean, he went from
light
busker.
skin, red hair.
He went from busker to best new artist nominee, right?
I get the whole redhead thing. I can see them cursing. I could.
And
be with
also,
you on it.
Macklemore has red hair too.
Yeah.
So what if it was a power struggle?
Ooh.
A power struggle of the red hairs?
Oh.
And this one, Ed won because look what Ed's done.
Right. Now, what's crazy, though, is Macklemore, when he won Best New Artist, he also won Best Rap Song, Best Rap Performance, and Best Rap Album.
Yeah, that's
And
ridiculous.
It's like he almost, just by winning those things, was cursed by himself.
You bring up a good point because I really do think that Macklemore might have cursed himself.
Yeah.
Because he felt really bad about beating, especially Kendrick, because they were friends.
Oh, wow.
And this is well publicized. So he wrote him a text apologizing, saying, man, you should have won. But here's where Macklemore gets douchey. And this is where I was just like, what a dick. But it was it was a really long apology for winning.
Ah.
And he posted it on Instagram because everyone was giving him shit about winning.
Yeah.
And instead of just walking away with your awards and going, you know what, I really did a good thing. And even Kendrick was like, dude, I like the guy. I'm happy for him. He had to put a private apology on Instagram. And that backfired in the worst way for him. And he could have jinxed himself. And I'm going to go with that. The redhead jinx of himself. Because after that, he started doing a bunch of stuff that just fucked his career.
Yeah, because I think he and the guy Ryan Lewis broke up a year after the album came out.
Yeah.
And it's like...
He got away from the stuff that made him successful.
Yeah.
And started being a douchey recording artist.
Okay.
Yeah, he was worried about what people thought of him instead of doing the indie way of going against the grain. So I think he cursed himself.
Yep, I'm with you. Boy, we're getting all different kind of aspects of this.
Now let's go with the granddaddy of all curses.
Oh, that was 1990.
Yep.
I remember it well when this came out.
I do too.
I remember both instances very well, when they won and then when it was taken away.
Yes. It was headline news.
This
is one of the first and only times where headline news, music was headline news everywhere on every paper, CNN, everywhere. This was the only story that anyone was covering.
Oh, yeah. And their music just was everywhere when it came out. And, of course, we're talking about Milli Vanilli.
Yep.
This is, of course, the only time that an award has been taken away from someone.
Which, come on.
And now I'm trying to remember who leaked the information. That was it.
The producer,
or was it one of the musicians?
It was one of the musicians on the album with the producer because they started getting big heads. Oh, because I
thought there was a live performance.
Oh,
it was revealed.
Yeah,
and they ran off stage.
Yes,
yeah,
there
but
was.
They started paying attention. It started getting leaked by the people that were on the inside. I watched a documentary about it.
The moment Sam's talking about, I remember it in my head because
horrible.
It's like, girl, you know it. Girl, you know it.
Yeah.
And then he goes running off and it's like, holy.
It was horrible. It was a tragedy. It's an embarrassment. And let's just get this out of this is the elephant in the room. There are a million artists who are lip syncing and also not really performing. Let's fucking get that out of the room. We toured with a big rock band, huge.
Yeah.
Arenas. We were playing arenas. They did not play their instruments.
Wow.
Not a fucking one.
Wow.
So
Now,
it makes me mad that Milli Vanilli's taking it in the crotch for this whole thing when there are a ton of people.
Do you think it was because they just didn't want to, maybe they were really active on stage and they really didn't want to have to worry about playing the instruments? Or do you think that they were not quite able to play those instruments?
I don't know because we didn't get a chance to see. I think that they really couldn't play because there was one moment where the bass player's DAT stack went out, whatever the track was.
Yeah.
And they did not play. Their bass tech played.
What?
On the side of the stage. They picked up a bass, plugged it in, and they were the ones who played the show.
What?
While someone was air guitaring out on the stage. I won't name this band.
Holy crap.
I actually love the people, but it's disappointing and disheartening when you show up and people are phoning it in.
Oh, no joke.
Or not even phoning in. I don't think they can play. So they're an image. They're no different than Milli Vanilli in my head.
And that was the whole point of this one. The record label wanted a great image because the people that actually sang looked like normal people. But anyway, who they went up against. So we got to talk about that. So we've got Neneh Cherry.
Who I love.
Yeah.
She's a Swedish rapper who moved to England and had that song Buffalo Stance.
They even read where she was a singer for a punk band when she was
Slits.
The Slits.
Yeah.
She played in the Slits. She's off the table.
young. Yeah.
Neneh Cherry's awesome. Plus her dad's Don Cherry.
And her brother's Eagle Eye.
Yeah, her brother's Eagle Eye Cherry.
Oh, that's
So
right. That's right.
She's a family of musicians.
Yeah.
She's royalty. She's
She
off the
doesn't need
table.
to throw any
I fucking
curses.
love that song Buffalo Stance. I think it's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It was fun.
So then we have the Indigo Girls.
Okay, we're back to this folk thing.
I know. 2 acoustic guitars and
And I'm pretty sure that they might be pagan and they're probably into astrology.
I could see
I
that.
don't know.
I know. They
Definitely into astrology.
Definitely.
And what's that? Galileo.
Yep.
And then someone who I sound a lot alike, Tone Loc.
He's got that low, dark Lord voice. But here's a good story about Tone Loc.
Oh, you got a good story.
Yeah, and I think this is the thing that takes him off the table. Mm-hmm. He was detained in Midland, Texas, because we got to always bring it back to Texas.
We do. That's where it begins.
He confronted a hillbilly wearing a Confederate hat, Confederate flag hat. And I think that guy is a fearless hero. Respect. Got to take him off the table.
Okay.
Even though he sounds like a dark lord, he's actually a hero.
She loved to do the wild thing. Right. Yeah. And then the other one, Soul to Soul.
Right. So did you hear about their lead singer after this?
No, what?
She was shoplifting and she ran out of the store and she was hit by 3 cars.
What?
And passed away.
No.
Isn't that weird? So doesn't it sound
Wow.
like maybe they were cursed?
It really does. It's almost like the curse backfired.
Right. So I think this one is between Indigo Girls and Soul to Soul.
Yeah.
But you know that song Back to Life? I mean, it's such a feel-good song.
I feel
Maybe Satan was just pissed at Milli Vanilli anyway. He didn't need anyone
Maybe.
to call on him.
Because they had those sweet, sweet quads, man. They wore those bicycle pants, and I mean,
oh God, the long hair, and then one of them
Beautiful
ended
hair.
up committing suicide.
it is so sad, and I feel
It's such
I feel
a
like
tragedy
The
story.
record industry did that to them, and
I know, isn't that sick? Because it's like then when they're needing help or they're calling, you can just tell they're just
they were pariahs. No one would return their calls. They were totally went from the top of the heap to all the way down.
And the record label turned their back on them and just was like.
And the Indigo Girls probably did this curse. 'Cause guess what? It's 2-on-2. Milli Vanilli, Indigo Girls. Maybe.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm reading the lyrics to that Soul to Soul song that you mentioned, Back to Life.
Yeah.
It could totally be a spell.
Could it?
Yeah. Show me how you decide what you want from me. Back to life, to the present time, back from a fantasy. Tell me now, take the initiative. I'll leave it in your hands until you're ready. It could also just be about getting it on, but it sounds like it could be a spell.
Well, with the curses and getting it on.
So
no more room for trouble and fuss.
Right.
So in this court, I would like to, my next piece of evidence is during the pandemic, the Indigo Girls did live shows from their living room, and they can't sing anymore.
Oh, no. Really? It was
Did you hear any
embarrassing?
of those, Jenny?
I didn't, and I don't want to think about that because I love them so much. I'm just happy that they have seen a resurgence with the Barbie movie.
They were in the Barbie movie?
Yes! When they're driving in the car, they play, and yeah, it's hilarious. You gotta look it up.
I fell asleep at the Barbie movie. And I haven't
great.
watched. I don't know what. I don't know.
Yes,
And I remember
they
you
are
said-
in the Barbie. They are not in the Barbie movie, but
Their
their song
song.
is very prominently featured.
Which song? Closer to Fine?
Uh-huh, Closer to Fine.
So is it
Okay.
Indigo Girls or Soul to Soul? I mean, this is vicious. This was a vicious one.
Well, I think Satan had his hand on it to begin with.
Definitely tipped the scales.
I'm going to go soul to soul.
You know, I'm going to go soul to soul as well.
Soul to soul.
Soul to soul.
So.
Because I don't know as much about them, and I think the Indigo Girls are probably, nice advocates for good things.
Yeah.
So I don't think they would do that if they were that evil. And I think if doing something that evil might cause your demise.
Gotcha.
Where is Soul to Soul now?
Oh, I know.
They're not
that story
around.
about the lead singer.
Right.
Ooh,
That was scary and horrible. It's horrible.
I know.
They're definitely not in the Barbie movie.
They're not in the Barbie movie. So, and they're British.
And Barbie didn't shoplift. So.
Exactly. Or did she? I missed that part maybe.
You slept through that part too.
So, Soul to Soul?
Soul to soul,
Okay,
it is.
Soul to Soul.
Yeah.
So, I want to know what the listeners think the worst curse was for Best New Artist. Because there's a lot of other ones out there.
Oh, there are.
And I want to know who you think cursed them.
Yeah. These were just the ones that we chose.
Right.
There's a lot to choose from. Yeah.
And maybe you don't agree with us about Adele.
Oh.
Maybe she shouldn't have won. Maybe she was cursed, but we don't know it yet. I doubt it, though.
And it was funny, though, because one of the Best New Artists, I think it was the second year the Grammys did that award, went to Bob Newhart.
What?
For his comedy album. Just a weird nugget of knowledge.
So weird.
I know.
So let's get this out of the way, too. The Grammys are picked by old white dudes who don't know shit about music.
Yeah. Fucking award.
Fucking Lone Star Salute.
Yeah. We just gave our 1 star about the Grammys.
Right.
Now.
So easy to give a 1 star about the Grammys.
It really is, because it used to mean something, like when we watched the show.
Did it, though? Or did we
I was naive enough to think, yeah, cool. Who's
Right.
going to win? But
Did it, Grandpa? It used to mean something, Grandpa?
Yes, it did.
Back in my day,
Back when the Grammys were legit.
when Fifth Dimension took home 6 Grammys.
I still listen to Bob Newhart.
Have you heard ABBA? Them Swedes know how to wear gold lamé. Anyway,
Not that you're digressing.
so we're going to read some 1-star reviews.
Yeah, and we try to usually tie it into what we've talked about.
So this Lone Star Salute goes to Macklemore.
Ooh.
And it's for his Ben album. And it's reviewed by Iwano. Like Ewano.
Iwano. Okay.
So Iwano says, being with the generous and constant momentum behind him, Macklemore struggles with pacing. Depth 2. No bad days, all bad songs. Nearly an hour of soppy piano.
Ooh.
He has clung to fame like an ice climber with frostbitten hands. And at this stage, it needs to be asked whether Macklemore has any feeling left in those hands or the once blooming lyrics.
Oh.
Ooh.
Man.
Frostbitten hands.
I know, right? Where they just fall right off.
I feel like this kid, I'm going to say he's a kid. He's probably in freshman English, high school.
Right.
He's
This was one of his homework assignments.
Right, and he's really disappointed because he wanted to hear popping tags. Okay, so he didn't like Ben.
Poor Macklemore.
Poor Macklemore. And he started drinking again.
Oh, gosh. See, the curse wasn't, it just fell over everything
Bad,
in his life.
bad.
Gave him
Shout out
frostbitten
Macklemore. I
hands.
hope you get back.
Yeah. Mine is about the whole Debbie Boone song.
Ooh.
You Light Up My Life. This was written by Rock and Roll 1987.
I'm guessing rock and roll probably doesn't like Debbie Boone.
No, he did give it actually, it might even look like a half a 1 star.
Okay.
He goes on to say, so this was a huge #1 smash in America. Listening to this song is like going to a restaurant and ordering a plate of fries. You are excited because this restaurant has the best fries in town.
Yum.
Everyone has told you how much you will love these fries. Then the plate comes out and there is nothing but Brussels sprouts.
Ursel.
Now, yes, I'm saying it just the way he has it, which I thought, okay, typo. But to go on to say, the waitress looks at you, when she brings you your Brussels sprouts and says, "This is better for you, so enjoy." I was not looking for healthy. I was not wanting those. The Brussels sprouts. So this is the third Brussels. The Brussels sprouts will keep me alive, but they just don't taste good or satisfy. You Light Up My Life is the musical equivalent
Of Brussels sprouts.
of Brussels sprouts.
I think that's a valid argument. It is
Yeah.
kind of a healthy
Yeah.
choice. We'd rather have the fries, but light up my life, bitch.
I mean, this song, I remember it made the crossover, like where it was on
Everything.
rock stations.
Yeah.
It was on all the different stations. And this was even like during disco and all that stuff. And it was just this sappy song.
It made it onto like Miss America pageants.
Oh, can you imagine how many weddings it was played at?
God.
Or funerals? I don't know.
There's your funeral song?
Yeah, the funeral song.
Yeah, I think I liked it probably the first 2 times.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it's a nice song. It's so positive. And in the 70s when we weren't, actually 70s were pretty happy.
70s
most
were,
part.
but it was songs like this and, of course, disco that punk came out.
Right.
And it was just, get rid of this shit that's all happy, which felt good.
It did. It did feel good.
Man, we have reached another ending to the podcast.
It is. It is a happy ending.
I kind of enjoyed the new format, too, where we just
did.
talked about the particular winners
And witchcraft.
and
And
curses.
hexing.
Yeah.
I mean,
It was all just something getting deeper into just what the hell is this curse?
I like cursing. I don't think we were supposed to mention.
Wait, saying bad words or cursing people?
Yes.
Oh, both.
I
Okay.
don't think we were supposed to mention the occult book that we get when we sign to a major label, but go do your work, kids, and get signed to a major label so you can get your own book. Come on.
I know you'll have to buy your own highlighter.
Right.
But yeah.
I use those little Post-it note things
yeah.
so I can tag the pages I want to
Okay.
go back to.
Yeah.
I like the curse where I can clog someone's toilet from afar. That's my favorite one. I don't even have to be there. Just
And didn't you tell me you can curse someone's toilet with a frozen chicken?
No, it's a sponge dipped in Karo syrup.
Oh, okay.
You can't. But you have to be there.
It's like the game of telephone. I take the idea and make it all totally different.
But it should be a frozen chicken.
It's a frozen chicken, yeah. Frozen chicken breast thaws and grows.
It is. So,
No ideas from us, audience.
speaking of no ideas. So here at Jackalope Tales, we consider ourselves to be experts on curses,
We are.
detecting the curses, and who does the curses.
We won't curse, but
We don't like to hex people.
we didn't curse the toadies.
We did not. We did not. They did that themselves. But we've spent a lot of very, very, very long minutes researching all of
Yes.
this. And we've consulted our cult books.
Yes.
But heed our warnings, and you too can become an expert. Just use your sweet little brains and don't get fooled by musicians doing magical things.
Oh, yeah.
And don't get fooled by Jackalope Tales.
And those damn wizards.
Stupid wizards. Hey, everybody, thanks for listening. And follow the links on our show notes to find us on the socials. And look at YouTube. We're there.
We are reacting and just having a blast with it. Subscribe, rate, and leave us a review on Apple Podcasts and anywhere else you get your podcasts.
And please sign our petition to make Willie Nelson's birthday a state holiday. And join us next time as we question, is it real or is it a jackalope tale?
Come on.